Jacob and Wilhelm Grimm's children's and household tales, more commonly known as Grimm's fairy tales, are a cornerstone of Western literary tradition. Published in stages between 1812 and 1857, these tales, gathered from oral traditions across German-speaking lands, have captivated generations, offering a rich tapestry of enchantment, morality, and profound psychological insight. More than mere entertainment, they serve as a cultural repository, preserving the anxieties, hopes, and societal values of a bygone era while continuing to resonate with contemporary readers. The tales are characterized by their stark simplicity, often featuring archetypal characters and straightforward narratives. This simplicity, however, belies the depth of their symbolism. The stories frequently explore universal themes such as good versus evil, the journey from childhood to adulthood, and the consequences of choices. They present a world where magic and the mundane coexist, where animals speak, and where the supernatural intervenes in human affairs. Here, we list some famous stories. The Frog King. This was the very first story in 1812 collection. A princess loses her golden ball in a spring. A frog retrieves it after she promises he can be her companion, eating from her plate and sleeping in her bed. When he later arrives at the palace to collect, the princess is disgusted. She throws him against the wall. The impact of hitting the wall is what actually breaks the curse and turns him back into a prince. Little Red Riding Hood. It is one of the most enduringly popular tales. This cautionary story warns against straying from the path and trusting strangers. The innocent Red Riding Hood, sent by her mother to deliver food to her ailing grandmother, is deceived by a cunning wolf. The wolf's brutal consumption of both grandmother and child, followed by the huntsman's intervention and the wolf's demise, serves as a stark reminder of the dangers lurking in the world. The tale, in its various iterations, has been interpreted as a metaphor for sexual awakening, the loss of innocence, and the importance of heeding parental warnings. Hansel and Gretel. It's another classic tale. This story examines themes of abandonment, survival, and children's resourcefulness. Hansel and Gretel, abandoned by their parents during a famine, find themselves lost in the woods. Their discovery of a gingerbread house inhabited by a wicked witch who intends to fatten and eat them tests their courage and ingenuity. The children's clever escape, culminating in the witch's fiery demise, highlights the triumph of good over evil and the resilience of the human spirit. The story also reflects the anxieties surrounding poverty and the desperation it can engender. Rapunzel. It explores themes of isolation, imprisonment, and the power of love. Rapunzel, locked away in a tower by a witch, is visited by a prince who climbs her long, flowing hair. Their secret meetings are discovered, leading to Rapunzel's banishment and the prince's blinding. However, their enduring love draws them back together, and Rapunzel's tears miraculously restore the prince's sight. This tale, with its elements of magic and romance, speaks to the longing for connection and the transformative power of love. The Juniper Tree. A wicked stepmother kills her stepson. The boy's sister gathers his bones and buries them under a magical juniper tree. A bird emerges from the tree, singing a song that reveals the crime. The bird eventually drops a millstone on the stepmother, killing her, and the boy is miraculously restored to life to reunite with his father and sister. The Grimm's initial motivation was not to create children's stories, but to document and preserve the folklore of their region. They believed these tales contained valuable historical and linguistic information and reflected the cultural heritage of the German people. Their scholarly approach emphasized meticulous recording and editing, though they later adapted the tales to appeal to a broader audience, particularly children. This evolution reflects the changing perception of folklore, from historical documents to literary treasures. The Grimm's tales explore universal themes of good versus evil, childhood innocence, and the human condition. Their stark simplicity and symbolic narratives offer profound psychological insights, making them relevant to readers of all ages. They are not without their darker aspects, often featuring violence, cruelty, and moral ambiguity. However, these elements are essential to their function as cautionary tales, reflecting the harsh realities of life and the consequences of moral failings. They educate children about the world's dangers and the importance of ethical behavior. The Grimm's work has profoundly influenced literature, art, and popular culture. Their tales have inspired countless adaptations across film, theater, and animation, ensuring their continued relevance for generations to come. They remain a vital part of our cultural heritage, offering a glimpse into the past while illuminating enduring truths of the human experience.